Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here and welcome to Jambareeqi Orange, the show where I let my patrons decide what I review. The options for this month's poll included Doug's first movie, Interstella 5555, the story of the secret star system, Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, Roadside Romeo, and Futurama, Bender's Big Score. They chose Interstella 5555. This film is an anime movie adaptation of Daft Punk's album Discovery, with Galaxy Express 999 creator Leiji Matsumoto serving as supervisor on the project. It first started as a series of music videos that were all tied together to make this film. Interstella 5555 centers on an alien music band who are abducted by the evil Earl de Darkwood. They have their memories removed, then are turned into humans and forced to perform live on Earth under the name the Crescendos. Luckily, one of their fans, a space pilot called Shep, discovers what's happened and comes to their rescue. This film is as straightforward as they come, a good versus evil tale with a critique on the music industry, saying that it can be controlling and manipulating, transforming their clients into a brand that takes away their identity and personality. The film's take on managers being scummy is cliche and over the top at best too. Now, hear me out, even though I do think that this film is going with a formulaic narrative, and I don't think that its message is anything revolutionary or shocking, I still really liked it. This is a passionate artistic project. This is still a special movie, a blending of different cultures and mediums. It has cool sci-fi elements, a remarkable anime art style, and awesome house music. A huge influence on this film are the anime that Daft Punk grew up with, which really shows, because the film made me feel like a kid again. It reminded me of Japanese animated series that I grew up with. There's a charming theatrical melodrama to the film that children's anime and space operas are best known for. When the film starts revealing the secrets behind Earl and how he's using gold music records to perform some kind of ritual, I couldn't help but laugh. Not in a mocking way, but because it was such an endearing, silly twist that ideally fit the operatic campiness of the film. The band themselves aren't exactly well defined as singular personalities. None of them have unique identities beyond their instrument roles and character designs. You could find something to each one that separates them, but I'd feel like I was grasping straws if I did so. Okay, to be fair, the drummer has a goofier personality than the others, but that's the only strong distinction I can make. However, as a team, this band is so damn lovable. I did sympathize with them. At the beginning of the film, they look like they're having so much fun making music. Then once they're kidnapped, I felt sad seeing them doing music and not enjoying it. There's a unity and camaraderie to their relationship that is so sweet. They never fight or argue, there's no ego or spite, and they genuinely care for each other. Also, when Shep meets his tragic end, I totally thought that they were heartbroken. This guy risked his life for them, and they respect him so much for that, even though he's a stranger. It says a lot about these characters' principles, adding to their wholesome appeal. Shep himself isn't that developed as a character, he's your typical anime hero, but he serves as a superb blank slate for Daft Punk fans, turning a fanboy into the savior of the story. He does more than just root for his favourite musicians, he jumps into action to save these victims and even performs a noble sacrifice for the band who makes music he loves. Now, the animation is very good. It's not as polished and fluid as, say, Akira or Ghost in the Shell, but it's so emotionally vivid. Every character's feelings beam strongly from their expressions, plus everything is framed with an intensity and style. It's this visual veracity that made me become engaged in the story. The animation might sometimes look like it was made for television, especially when it repeats frames, but Matsumoto's unique character designs and the animator's hard work make up for this. I do consider myself a big fan of Daft Punk. They make catchy, funky house music that appeals to my nerdy taste, and science fiction has always been a big part of their identity. In terms of their songs fitting the film, it's kind of hit or miss for me. Sometimes a song can go quite well with a scene, matching the rhythm and tone of what's happening on screen. but other times it doesn't exactly work for me. Like when the tense finale features a song that sounds too calm, music that's more fitting for a montage of someone casually driving. I think that's the major hindrance of turning an album into a movie. Discovery may have been made with a story in mind, but it wasn't timed to the animation, because that aspect didn't exist yet. So the anime filmmakers could either stay faithful to the tone of whatever track was next, which would possibly affect the quality of the narrative, or go in a direction that suited the flow of the story, even if it deviated from the next song's mood. However, the ending to this film made me like it even more, as it reveals that all along, this story was simply a little boy playing with his toys while listening to Daft Punk. There's something so pure and innocent about this twist that not only fits the film's nostalgic feel, but also explains a lot of things. Although, one could argue that it's a stretch to believe that a child this age cared enough about music industry politics to put them into his playtime story. And the more suggestive scenes do kind of make the twist sort of awkward. Still, I really like the sentiment of this ending. It's in spirit with the project and a lovely idea. Look, I can't guarantee that this film is going to dramatically change your life, blow you away, or make you think profoundly. Maybe it will, and it's fine if it does. It's just based on my personal experience of watching the film, I can't sincerely make that promise, as it doesn't exactly touch new grounds in terms of animation cinema or storytelling in general. What I can say is that I found this to be a very fun movie. I had a good time watching it, even though I wasn't entirely impressed. It's a passion project and a labour of love, so I completely understand its cult following. If you enjoy the music of Daft Punk and the aesthetics of anime sci-fi space operas, then this film was made for you, and I do recommend it. I've been Jambareeqi, and I hope that you enjoyed this review. If you did, then feel free to like, subscribe, and share. So what am I going to be reviewing next on Jambareeqi Orange? Well, that's entirely up to my patrons. The options for next month's poll include Bohemian Rhapsody, Pink Floyd The Wall, Red Line, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, Lady and the Tramp, and Hellboy. Now, don't forget that you have to be a patron in order to access this poll. What is a patron? Don't worry, I'll explain. This is my Patreon. It's a site for my fans to make monthly donations to me. Those who donate are called patrons. The money I receive goes towards funding my videos and serves as a supportive income for me. Patrons can donate as much as they want each month and stop donating any time. All donations are greatly appreciated, and in return for their patronage, patrons are given exciting rewards, depending on how much they donate, including their names credited in my main show, access to exclusive videos, and the chance to decide a review on my channel. I'm very excited to find out what my patrons want me to review next. Cheerio, folks.